If you could use some extra cash, then you need to check out Dough. Dough is a social media website that shares its ad revenue with you. So instead of watching ads for free, why not get paid to watch some ads? Go to smallties.com/dough and sign up for their waitlist. See you there. Hey y'all, welcome to the Chronicles of Bougie Bonnet After Hours. Now this is not professional financial advice, but the information I share in my videos explains exactly how I've managed to save and invest 6 figures over the years and stay in my house, okay? Now, if you would like to stay housed and off them streets and save some money, stick around.
You know you can't afford to go out, right? You know you can't afford to buy any designer clothes. You know you cannot afford to go to anything but great clubs. You know you cannot afford to go out to eat at all, right? To be very clear, not a single time. You have $14,457 of basically maxed out credit cards.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know why he's yelling at her like that. Like, Rachel, get out of there. You in danger, girl. Is she spending his money or something? Like, he is really, like, upset. I see this a lot, and I don't understand why people like this kind of thing where they just get yelled at for their, like, personal finance decisions. It's wild. I don't understand it. And also, on like a practical level, it's just not sustainable. Like, he's just like, you are gonna have to eat beans and rice and that kind of thing, where you just kind of go to these extremes for months, years, however long, until you like get out of debt. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Everyone tells you to focus on paying off the debt. Pay off the debt. You gotta pay off the debt. Pay off the debt today. Like, this might ruffle some feathers, but making debt payoff your top priority isn't always a smart thing to do.
You need to leave.
Here are 3 reasons why paying off debt should not be your top priority. Number 1, you don't have a safety fund. So let's say you're paying off debt and bam, you're laid off. Now what? You still have to pay for your mortgage or your rent, your utilities. They don't care that you don't have a job. You still have to pay for all of those things. So get yourself a safety fund first, meaning save up at least 3 to 6 months up to a year worth of your expenses before allocating extra money towards paying off debt, because you do not want to lose your housing, your health care, your transportation, and food because you are too busy paying off debt and not saving up for some kind of safety fund, some kind of backup plan in case you lose your income. Number 2, you don't have an emergency fund. An emergency fund is different from a safety fund. A safety fund you only touch if you do not have income coming in. An emergency fund you touch if something happens to your car or in your house, or you have a medical emergencies. Those kinds of like emergencies that just come out of nowhere. That's what your emergency fund is for. And finally, reason number 3, you don't have a debt payoff plan. Now, I will cover the debt payoff plans in a future video, but there are a lot of considerations to make before paying off debt. There are a lot of different methods. Each have their pros and cons, and one might work better for you. So not having a safety fund, not having an emergency fund, and not having a debt payoff plan are the top 3 reasons you're just not ready to pay off debt. Now, if you have debt that you can pay off in like a month or 2, that's different. Go ahead and knock that out. But if it's going to take you months or even years to pay off all that debt, just go ahead and pay the minimum payments until you have those 3 things: a safety fund, an emergency fund, and of course, a debt payoff plan. In future videos, I will go over the 3 easy habits that I use to save up for my safety fund, my emergency fund, and pay off debt. So go ahead and click subscribe and the notification bell so that you know when those videos come out. Ciao now.